Have you ever wondered why some people start Airbnb and seem to fly, while others lose money before they've even got their first proper unit? That was us. We got humbled fast. Look, we're not here to sell you some course or tell you it's easy money. We're here because we've made every mistake in the book when we started, lost actual cash and had to rebuild from the ground up. And if you're watching this thinking about Airbnb or short-term rentals in the UK, we're going to save you from doing what we did wrong.
I'm Joel, this is Mo. We're just two normal lads who had proper jobs. Mo was an optometrist and I was an aerospace engineer earning around 50k a year. We both thought Airbnb was our ticket out of the 9-to-5 grind. Spoiler alert, it didn't go how we planned at first. We lost money, felt the pressure, made mistakes we didn't even realize we were making, but we stuck it out. We fixed what was broken and we built a real operation, including a 150k a month business. In this video, we're telling the full story, the losses, the lessons, and what we do if we were starting from scratch in the UK today. No fluff, just the real stuff.
Right, before we dive in, this video is specifically for you. You're currently stuck in a full-time job, you're ambitious, you want more out of life, but you don't know where to start. Maybe you've heard about Airbnb, rent to rent, service accommodation, but it all feels overwhelming. You're scared of losing money, looking stupid, or wasting months on something that doesn't work out.
That was literally us. We both had decent jobs on paper, 50k salaries, benefits, all of that, but we felt capped. There was no control, no real freedom. We wanted income that wasn't tied to how many hours we clocked, and we wanted our time back. What we didn't understand at the start, Airbnb isn't passive income when you begin, not even close. It's a proper business. And if you treat it like a side hustle you can ignore, you're gonna get burned.
So if that's you, full-time job, curious about property, but terrified of making the wrong move, stick around. Because what we're about to share can save you thousands of pounds and months of stress.
All right, let's talk about how we got humbled. And I mean properly humbled, financially and mentally. So here's where it got real. We lost money, actual money, in the first few months. And it wasn't because the market crashed or some landlord screwed us over. It was because we trusted the wrong people way too early.
Yeah, this one stings. We hired a sourcer who promised us ready-to-go deals, and we paid upfront for leads that never materialized. Then we signed up with a mentor who was basically selling a course disguised as consulting. That was $4,000 down the drain before we'd even had our first proper booking. And the painful part, we knew something felt off, but we were so desperate to get started that we ignored the red flags. That's what happens when you're in rush. You pay for speed without understanding what you're actually buying.
And then there's cash flow. Yeah, cash flow nearly destroyed us. We didn't account for seasonality properly. We got our first unit in what we thought was a great location, decent setup, ready to roll. Problem was, we launched right before a slow period. Bookings dried up, but our costs didn't. Rent still due, bills still coming in, and we were sat there watching our savings evaporate.
Pressure was insane. We're talking sleepless nights, constantly checking our phones, refreshing the booking platforms, hoping for a notification. And here's the thing, we felt completely alone. Everyone online makes it look effortless, but when you're in the thick of it and things aren't working, it's isolating. You start questioning everything. Is this even viable? Did we make a massive mistake? Are we just not cut out for this?
Looking back, we can see exactly where we went wrong. We trusted the wrong people too early. People who had something to sell, not people who had our best interests at heart. We completely underestimated cash flow and seasonality. We thought if we could just get a unit, the money would follow. But we focused on getting a unit, not building operations, not building systems, not understanding the actual business model.
And we moved fast, way too fast. We were so eager to call ourselves Airbnb operators that we skipped the foundations. No proper deal criteria, no cash buffer planning, no standards for how we'd actually run the thing. We were just winging it and hoping it would work out. It didn't.
So what changed? How did we go from losing money and stressing out to actually building something profitable? We stopped chasing quick wins, full stop. We stopped looking for shortcuts, stopped trying to get units as fast as possible, and we went back to basics.
First thing, clear deal criteria. We defined exactly what makes a good deal for us. Location, yield, and landlord profile, all of it. If a property didn't tick our boxes, we walked away. No FOMO, no exceptions. That alone saved us from terrible decisions.
Cash buffer planning. We worked out exactly how much runway we needed to survive slow periods. 3 months of costs covered before we even considered taking on a new unit. That took the panic out of seasonality. You know you can survive the quiet months because you've planned for them.
Strong operation standards. This was huge. We stopped treating it like a hobby and started treating it like a proper business. Cleanliness standards, checkouts and check-in processes, guest communication, everything got systemized and documented. No more making it up as we went along.
Smarter pricing. We learned how to actually price our properties based on demand, events, seasonality, not just copying what other people were charging. That single change increased our revenue per unit by about 20%.
Better quality and positioning. We realized that if you're average, you're competing on price. If you're top tier, you're competing on quality. We upgraded our properties, our photos, our listings, everything. And suddenly, we weren't fighting for the budget traveler anymore. We were attracting guests who valued quality and were willing to pay for it.
And then we switched models when it made sense. We moved into management, taking on properties for other landlords and running them properly. And that's where the 150K a month business came from. Less capital risk for us, recurring revenue, and we could scale without buying property ourselves.
After we fixed the foundations, things moved fast. Not overnight success fast, but proper sustainable growth. We built real operation with systems and standards. We're not glued to our phones anymore. We actually have time freedom now, which was the whole point.
Right. So if you're watching this and thinking, I want to start Airbnb in the UK, here's what we tell you. These are the non-negotiables.
Number 1, don't buy speed if you don't understand the deal. Sources, mentors, horses, some are brilliant, most are not. If someone's promising you easy money or fast results, run. Take your time, learn the fundamentals, talk to actual operators who aren't trying to sell you something.
Number 2, cash flow is more important than unit count. 1 profitable unit is better than 3 break-even units. Make sure you've got a cash buffer before you scale. Make sure you understand your numbers inside and out, your yield, your occupancy, your costs. If you can't explain your cash flow on a spreadsheet, then you're not ready.
Number 3, standards decide pricing power. If you're average, you're stuck competing with everyone else on price. If you're exceptional, high quality photos, spotless properties, 5-star guest experience, you can charge more and attract better guests. It's that simple.
And number 4, systems protect your time. If you don't build systems from day one, you'll be a slave to your properties. Automated messaging, cleaning schedules, maintenance checklists, systemize everything. That's how you go from operator to business owner.
Number 5, it's not too late, but you can't be average. The UK market is competitive, yeah, but there's still a massive opportunity if you're willing to do it properly. The people who fail are the ones who cut corners, underprice themselves, and deliver mediocre experiences. If you commit to being top 10 in your area, you'll win.
So that's our story, from losing money and feeling like failures to building a proper operation that gives us the freedom and income we were chasing in the first place. It wasn't quick, it wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
We're going to keep breaking this down in future videos. Next up, we're talking about how we actually speak to landlords, the exact scripts and approaches we use to secure properties. Then we're diving into deal criteria and the numbers we use to evaluate whether a property is worth taking on. And after that, we're showing you the systems we use so we're not glued to our phones 24/7.
So if you're serious about starting Airbnb or short-term rentals in the UK and you want us to break down the real stuff, no hype, no BS, comment down below start. We read every single comment and it helps us know what content to make next.
And if this video helped you avoid even one of the mistakes we made, hit the like button and subscribe. We're here to document the journey and share what's actually working. Let's build something real.
Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.